Hello you all, welcome back to another video. My name is Rayshawn. For those of you who don't know me, people call me Ray. In this video, I will be doing a client makeup tutorial, and I just want to go ahead and start off this tutorial because we've already jumped into it. There's no real introduction when you're doing client's makeup, you kind of just jump into it. So once again, I asked her if I can do her makeup, and she was like, sure, go ahead. And I was like, thank you, girl. So this is my second time doing her makeup, and I was so excited. I was like, yes, your face about to be beat again. So anyways, you guys, I did clean up her brows with a eyebrow razor, but I took that part out of this video because I don't want the video to be too long. Right now, I'm going in with the ABH Brow Pomade in the shade Ebony, and I am always underline the brow first, filling the brow with hair-like strokes, and I always go in upward motions at the tip, and I like to do the tail end of the brow a little bit darker. So now I'm going in with some concealer to conceal under her brows. I always go in with concealer to conceal under the brows because I like the brows to be perfect, or as perfect as possible. And again, when you go in with brows, you really want to take your time going in with eyebrows because you just don't want to mess them up. I feel like the eyebrows really define the face, and it really makes the makeup to stand out as well. Again, I can't do makeup without doing the brows first. You guys let me know down in the comments. Do you do your brows first, or do you do the base first? I don't know. I don't know. So anyways, now I'm just lining under her brows, as you can see, and I'm being extremely precise. It actually took me longer on her brows, but I took some clips out because I'm like, they can't see all of this. I do want to give you all a detailed brow tutorial, so if you want a brow tutorial, please let me know down in the comments. I will give that to you very, very soon. So here I'm just blending out the concealer, and you want to blend out the concealer under the eyes and over the brows as soon as possible because sometimes the concealer can dry up and become stiff. And so when you go in with the foundation or to base the eyes, the concealer is just dry right there and it will not move. So be sure to blend it out as quickly as possible, definitely if you have those concealers that just don't move. I'm blending out her concealer with a sponge. I love to use a sponge because the sponge blends it out perfectly and it sets down the concealer a lot quicker. I'm going in with a Juvia's Place eyeshadow palette, and I'm taking this brown shade, blending it in her crease. Now, because these are mattes, you don't want to just blend like I'm doing so quickly. I actually probably didn't see it in the beginning. I took it out. But when I was blending it the first time, the brown kind of just sat there. When you're dealing with mattes, you most definitely want to pat first and then start like swiping. I don't know, maybe that's just the Juvia's Place foundation. I mean, maybe that's just the Juvia's Place eyeshadows. Like, it's like once you begin to start swiping with them, they just don't move. I don't know if you have that issue with the Juvia's Place palettes. Let me know down in the comments because I don't have this issue with like my Morphe palettes using the matte shades. So anyway, I'm just taking that brown, putting it all in her crease. She did say this time she wanted a more of a earth tone look, so more browns, more neutrals. And she showed me a picture, which was a look that I did do, and it was like some gold on the lid and this brown in the crease. And when I did this look for her last time, she didn't have this particular look. It was more matte and more peachy. So I'm just basically blending that out, making sure that everything is even and everything is seamless. So you guys, this is my client. I call her Sleeping Beauty because she do like to go to sleep when I'm doing her makeup, but she's not the first person. Like, other people have gone to sleep and I've done their makeup before too. I would like to say I have a very, very light hand. Plenty of people, even when I was working at MAC, has told me that, you know, you're very light-handed. I've had makeup artists who like basically, you know, turn my face this way and, you know, are really aggressive. And I was like, for real? And it was like, yeah, you're more light-handed. And I know people who just take my head and they be holding it so hard. But I like to make sure that, you know, I'm being very gentle, you know, when I'm touching them, because I'm touching people. And touching people can be a very, like, iffy thing. So it's like, if I'm going to touch you, I'm going to make sure I'm being very delicate when I touch you. You know what I mean? I remember I was doing this makeup for this lady at MAC. She was white. And she just was staring at me. And I was like, you know, doing makeup. And I guess she noticed that I noticed that she was staring at me. And she was like, when you have beauty in front of you, you just keep looking. And I was like, yeah. And then she was like, you know, your hands are so delicate. And I was like, thanks. And she was like, you know, it just makes you want to fall asleep. And I was like, okay. So anyways, I like that about me because, you know, girl. So anyways, I'm doing her liner. I did add a shimmery shade. I took two shades. One was like a champagne gold and one was a gold. And I mixed them and I put them on her eyelids because I didn't want it to be too yellow gold. I didn't want it to be too much of a white gold on her eyes. So, you know, I wanted to make sure that it was like perfect. Now I'm going in with the Neutrogena Hydro Boost Moisturizer. And this one is in dry to extra dry. And then I'm going in now with the, I want to say this is the MAC Gold Light Primer. It's not really a primer, but it's a primer moisturizer. It's for makeup. And I love that product so much. I need to give me another full-size product of the MAC Gold Light because it looks so good under the makeup. It makes the makeup look so healthy and not too dry because the foundation I'm using right now is the MAC Studio Fix foundation, which we do know are matte, but they're not as matte as people think. It depends on how you apply it, basically. Now I'm going in with the MAC Smooth Wear Concealer in the shade NC48. Then I'm also going in with the Juvia's Place I Am Magic Concealer in the shade number 12. Now, if you don't know, Juvia's Place concealers, the higher you go, the lighter the shades. The lower you go, the darker the shades. Just in case you didn't know, it's kind of switch it around. You know, put in black first and put in, you know. But anyway, so I'm just blending it out with my e.l.f. sponge. Blend out the forehead first, the chin, and then I blend out the under eyes. Now, if I could have just had her keep her eyes closed the whole time, I would have, because I know she was just resting. You know, getting her beauty rest because today was a big day for sis. But I had to have her look up eventually because I needed to get up under her eyes and make sure that her eyes were concealed and make sure that, you know, that there wasn't cracking, creasing, or any of that. So I need my clients to open up their eyes and look up for me because you have to get up under those eyes. You want to get up under it as tight as possible. And I'd be like, sorry for saying that. Can you look up for me, please? Because I always say that. But now I'm going in with the MAC Studio Fix powder. This one's in the shade C4 and NC42. And I'm just placing that up under her eyes first, kind of as my base. But I like these powders because they give you a very soft finish when you are setting the concealer. Now I always go right in on top with the loose translucent powder. And this one is from Dermablend in the shade Translucent. And I just patting it right on under her eyes, blending it in because I need this makeup to be signed, sealed, and delivered. She just might cry today and her makeup needs to be on, okay? So I'm just placing that powder everywhere I place the concealer, sealing her makeup. This is what you call sealing the makeup, okay? You want to secure the face. So I'm just basically sweeping away that powder. And now I'm going to be going in with some lashes. I'm placing the lashes on her eyes. And these lashes are really nice. So her makeup, this look came out so good. I honestly wish my clients, you know, would take their hair down when I do their makeup, when I finish their makeup, but it's whatever. So because I feel like their hair brings everything together. So now I'm going in with my Essence face palette. This one is in the shade Deep, and I'm using this to contour and basically bronze her face, kind of bring back some of that color and not have her look so like washed out or whatever the case may be. And I'm also defining her face as well with this palette. Now I'm going to do a reverse contour, and I do this just to clean up any contour that came down too far, and I also do this to give the face a lot more structure and to give it a more of a clean look. So I'm going to be adding just a little bit of blush on her face. And I did use the Morphe palette for the blush. And I used some of that Juvia's Place eyeshadow actually for the blush as well. I love the Juvia's Place palettes for the simple fact that the pans are big and the colors are absolutely beautiful. And you get a variety of shades in the Juvia's Place palette. So I love those Juvia's Place palettes just for that sake as well. I'm just sweeping away that powder. I don't want it to sit too long. And I'm just making sure that no harsh lines or anything are left on her face. I'm spraying her face with the MAC Fix Plus spray or Max Prep and Prime spray. And I also went in with my Huda Beauty Rusting Boss Face spray, which is waterproof. So I want to make sure that her makeup stays on. And I'm just sealing in that spray with that sponge, just pressing all of the water, the spray into her skin. I'm going in with some highlighter, and this is highlighter from the Sephora collection. And I love this highlighter. I initially bought it for myself a long time ago, but I just like, girl, put it in a kit because you ain't even used it in who knows how long. So you guys, and one thing I will say, half the makeup in my kit came from my own stash because I wasn't using it. It was brand new makeup. Brand new makeup I never used. And I'll never forget when I was just starting on my kit, and this lady said, start with what you have in your stash. And I was like, what do you mean what we have in our stash? Like, that's our makeup. But she was like, the things that you do not use, the things that are just sitting there that you bought but you don't never use it, and see what you have first before you go shopping. And I was like, oh, well, that make a lot of sense now, don't it? So that's exactly what I did. My pencils, my palettes, Morphe palettes I never used. I ended up literally putting it into my kit. This highlighter palette into my kit. My Too Faced Born This Way mascara into my kit. My Benefit Bag or Bang mascara in my kit because I never used it. And I was like, oh my God. Saved me a lot of money on Geico. It's like, nah. But anyway, I'm just using some mascara. I just recently bought this mascara from the beauty supply store. This is the NK mascara. Girl, I love this mascara. The brush is, I cannot wait to go get one for myself. Anyway, now I'm lining her lips with the NK, which is Nika K, I believe. Nika K lip liner in the shade brown. And I had to get a brown liner for my medium to light skin girls because I typically use chestnut on everybody. And I was like, girl, not everybody, want that dark rim around their lips. So I got this nice color. It's not too light, but it's perfect. As you can see, perfect for her. I'm so glad I picked it up. So now I'm going to be adding some of my lip gloss on her lips. And this gloss is in the shade So Posh. And I love my glosses because they are just so shiny and just give you that perfect glossy, juicy lip. And I absolutely 100% love it. I love my glosses. Make sure that you shop my website. My website is ORAYBEAUTY.com. My glosses are very affordable, you guys. This is the finished look. I hope that you guys enjoyed this makeup tutorial. Please like, comment, and subscribe to my channel. I love you guys. Bye.
Yes.
Yes.
I like it.
This is so pretty.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
Oh my gosh. I loved it.
Thank you.
I loved it.
Thanks.
You did really good.
Thank you.